Hello there. So today, oh, I almost fell off my stool. I mean, really. Okay, so today I'm going to be telling you about my favourite products from Tam Beauty. So not just Makeup Revolution, but also IHeartMakeup and Freedom Makeup, which are like sister companies to Makeup Revolution. So I feel like my little space bun over here is giving up on life right now, but he'll be fine. Is it going to annoy me all the way through the video? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to have to redo it. These space buns are so high maintenance, but okay, anyway, you didn't come here to hear me moan about space buns, which is such a first world problem, like literally. So we're just going to jump straight into the video and I'll tell you all of the products that I hugely recommend from Makeup Revolution. Okay, so I have to begin with highlighters because, as one of my subscribers said, I'm a highlighter hoe. I mean, really. She said that about herself and I jumped aboard and said, yes, me too, girl. I am a highlighter hoe and very proud of it. So the first highlighter that I hugely recommend, and it's one of my favourite highlighters in the whole world, is the Purr Lights. This is in the shade Peach Champagne, and this is actually a loose highlighter. Like, I've never experienced anything quite like this before. It's certainly a unique product to me. I'm wearing it today. I tried to wear as many of the products as I could so that you could see them in action. So I'm wearing this one today along with another one of my favourite highlighters, but as you can see, it just gives you a beautiful kind of silvery pink kind of glow. It's called Peach Champagne, but please don't be deceived by that. There's no peach in this. It should be silver pink champagne. I feel like sometimes, like, my one gripe with Makeup Revolution is that they seem to confuse peach for pink a lot. Like, I've tried products by them that are called Peach Lights and it's fucking pink, and then when it's pink they call it peach, and I'm just like, excuse me guys. So I was a little bit cautious and a bit concerned when I was first trying this because it is a loose powder, which typically can be a little bit messy and a bit faffy. You know, you don't want to look like you have had a really bad dandruff day. You know, I just find whenever I use loose powder anything, it just always ends up incredibly messy. But actually it's really easy to use. I just take off the little cap, pour a little bit into it, and then I just kind of use my finger just to kind of pat it on, and then a brush to blend it all out. So it's actually not that tricky or like messy to use, but I do find that I end up wasting a little bit of the product because I always put way too much of it into the cap, and then you have to like spread it all up onto your forehead because you don't want to waste it and you look a little bit insane. But I'm a highlighter hoe, so this is the life I have chosen. Also, it's super generous because look how much product you actually get. And I've used this so much and wasted so much, and it doesn't look like I've used that much at all. So I definitely would massively recommend that. And if you've not tried a loose highlighter before, I think it'd be a really good one to break your loose highlighter virginity. Okay, so my second favourite highlighters from Makeup Revolution are these two. They are the Shimmer Bricks, and we've got the Shimmer Brick Radiant and we've got the Shimmer Brick Pink Kiss. I definitely would say the Shimmer Brick Radiant is a lot more of like a bronzy, pinky kind of situation. As you can see, they've got five. I was like, how many? They've got 5 different like strips of shades, so you can kind of customize what kind of shade you want. I find that when I use the Radiant one, if I like mix all of the shades together, I end up with a very kind of bronzy tone, which is beautiful, but maybe a little bit too much for my fair skin. I still rock it anyway because, you know, I'm a highlighter hoe. You know, you could just mix and match, so you could get a little bit of the white one, just pop that up on your nose. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of like that. Every time you get a slightly different look with it. So my favourite one is Pink Kiss, and this is actually what I've got on underneath the loose highlighter. I just wanted to have a little bit more of like a pink look today to match my eyes, which, by the way, are peach, not pink. These are peach, although Makeup Revolution would say that they're pink, you know. These are, I believe, inspired by the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks because, I mean, they just look so similar. If I get my Shimmer Brick, I mean, really, let me get my Shimmer Brick. out. This is my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick, and as you can see, I mean, they are very, very similar. I just want to loosely touch upon the fact that I know there are a lot of people that criticise Makeup Revolution for copying and taking inspiration, I suppose is the kind way of saying it, like taking inspiration from like bigger brands, which they do. I mean, you can't say they don't. They do. Do I think it's a terrible thing and they should be, you know, shot in the face? No, I don't. But there's not a lot of people in this world that have a unlimited kind of budget at their disposal to spend on makeup. And as we all know, makeup is pretty expensive these days, and it's getting more expensive by the day. So I actually feel like it's really, I like the way Makeup Revolution kind of take inspiration from bigger brands, because it, as a makeup lover, a lot, like not a lot of the time, but sometimes you can feel a little bit like, I don't know, a bit pushed out. You know, you've got all these massive brands releasing these fabulous looking products, which drugstore brands do as well, of course, and AliExpress, like, so, but you feel a little bit like forced up the market, like, okay, well, you know, that highlighter palette looks brilliant, but I've not got £69 to spend on it, you know? So I like that Makeup Revolution do kind of make makeup a little bit more accessible and inclusive for all of our poor ass highlighter hoes. So yeah, these are both brilliant. I find that they give you an extremely kind of, you know, a blindingly glowy look, and I just love the way that you can kind of customize them. So I definitely do recommend these two. Probably Radiant if you've got maybe more of a tan, olive, deeper skin tone, and then the Pink Kiss is just beautiful on fair skin. But you do you, like, who cares what skin tone you have? You wear whatever shades, whatever colours, whatever you want up on your face. Put your thong on your face, you know, as a hat. If that's what you want to do, just do it. I feel like, what's his name? The guy, the actor, Shia LaBeouf, when he's going, he's like this, do it, do it, just do it, do it. Okay, and my last favourite highlighter from, this is actually from IHeartMakeup. This is the Light and Glow palette, and oh my gosh, this is the second one that I've bought because my first one had a little bit of a run-in with my floor in that I dropped it and it kind of smashed a little bit. So I had to buy another one because it's such a beautiful product. So it's got a pink kind of a side, and then it's got like a champagne-y creamy kind of side, and the pink gives you the most beautiful kind of pop of pink blush, but with a sheen to it, which I just adore. I love myself a good sheeny kind of glowy blush because I'm a highlighter hoe, you know what I mean? And then this shade over here, and I feel like this is probably just because I've got like fair skin, but I can kind of use it very lightly all over, just as like a finishing powder, just when I just want to be like super fecking glowy. Do you know what I mean? So I really just adore this product. Do you know what? I'm just going to put some of the pink blush on right now so that you can see what I mean, because, I mean, why not? Why not? So I'm going to just, by the way, I feel a bit strangled by my top right now. Okay, let's do this. Oh, should I tell you about the other blush? Just before I do this, right? Let's just tell you about the other blush. Right now, I have got, let me just put this down. Anwen, come on, get your life in order. Stop hoeing around with the highlighters. Get yourself together, girl. Okay, so these are my two favourite blushes. These are actually from Freedom Makeup, which I believe is meant to be more of like the pro makeup artist kind of line under Tam Beauty. But these are sensational. These are just called the Pro Glows. You'll find that with Freedom Makeup, a lot of their makeup begins with the word pro. And when you buy it, you also feel like a pro. You're like, yes, that's where I'm at in my life. I'm buying the Pro makeup. So this one is a Pro Glow Pink Cat and then Pro Glow Purr. Pro Glow Purr is a blush that I use a lot because it's just gives you a pop of kind of a natural colour. Like, it's got a little bit of pink in there, it's got a little bit of like a darker cool tone brown, and then you've got almost like a peachy shade, which the camera is not picking it up very well. When you kind of mix them all together, which I will just do, it just comes out with like a beautiful like muted pink. And I just think on the cheeks it looks beautiful. Should I put some on in a minute? Do you know what? I'm going to end up putting everything on in a minute. But the one that I've actually gotten right now is the Pink Cat one. As you can see, again, it's got 3 different shades. And when you kind of mix it all together, it does give you a very kind of pretty pop of pink. Can you see that? It's beautiful. And I've got a little bit of that on right now. But I feel like because I'm a highlighter hoe, I applied way too much of the loose highlighter. And it's just maybe taken a little bit away from this. So I'm just thinking I'm going to go in with this one first, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on. So I'm going to mix my brush all up in there, and I'll just pop this on, and it just gives you, can you see, like very much of a subtle natural situation. But I just love it, and I feel like for every day it's great because you know exactly what you're going to get with it. It goes with any kind of eye look or makeup look you've got going on. It doesn't, you know, want to take over the show. It just comes on your face and it says, okay guys, you know, I'm here to work collaboratively with everybody. I'm an easygoing kind of blush. I'm not going to try and steal your boyfriends. I'm just going to sit here on your face and look fabulous. These are super affordable as well, and I really do recommend both of them. But this one is very pink, just be warned, very pink, but I love it. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to apply a little bit of the pink blush from the Light and Glow palette, and I'm just going to like put this up here and on the cheeks. I feel like it's not like the most like pink of the pink, like it's not like vagina pink, you know, it's more like I can't describe it, like icy pink. It's an icy pink. So I'll just pop a little bit up on here. Gosh, I'm going to end up so glowy by the end of this. Okay, so there we go. Can you see what I mean? It's not giving me a, you know, super pop of pink. It's just giving me like an icy pink, but I love it. I love it. Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm going to pop a little bit on my chin. I mean, why not? Why not? So I'm going to put a little bit of the cream, like champagne highlight, just all up on my chin, just to emphasize the massive spots that I'm getting on there. You know, why not? Where else should I put it? I'll put a little bit there. Oh my gosh, this brush is way too big to be applying highlights in such a small area. Oh my gosh, look at me right now. Okay, so next I'm going to tell you about 2 other favourites. I mean, what else? Wouldn't it be funny if I came back on and just said, so next I'm going to tell you all about facilities management and what goes into it, what you have to do on a daily basis to make sure that you are complying with current regulations. You would have been like, what the heck? Anyway, you'll be glad to know that's not what we're doing today. So I can't not mention this. This is the very iconic and hyped up, for very good reason, Conceal and Define Concealer. Now, I'm not going to go on about this too much because I have just done a review of this, which I will link down below. But in essence, I think the best way that I can describe this is just to say that I have gone, not 33 years, because let's face it, when I was like 5, I wasn't on the hunt for my perfect concealer. I didn't need it back then. But for as long as I've been into makeup, I have never found a concealer that I liked and that I saw the point of and that actually, you know, improved the look of my skin until this £4 little beast. I mean, this is just magic. Like, I don't even know how it works, but I've got it on under my eyes today. I just find that it isn't too full coverage where it looks cakey, but it isn't too kind of sheer that you just think, what is the point in that? You know, of course, if I didn't like set it under my eyes, it definitely would go into my creases. But once I've kind of set it, it doesn't. It just looks really smooth. It just makes my face look a lot better. I've never understood the whole idea behind concealers before, but now I understand it. It's like I didn't understand, but now I'm fully on board. Just while I'm here as well, I did want to say a tip and something that I really learned after I reviewed this, and I learned it through people in the comments giving me their feedback. And because when I tested this out, I used this under one eye and the Tarte Shape Tape under the other, and the only difference that people noticed was that the Tarte one, which by the way was about 3 or 4 shades darker than this, they said it looked a little bit brighter. And actually, after I filmed my conclusion, Honey said the same thing. And I feel like my mistake with concealers, I mean, obviously this is a really good concealer, but I feel like the mistake that I was making was I was going too light. So I was thinking, okay, I need to get a really light concealer to really brighten up, you know, my under eye. I think that was a mistake. I think that I need to get a concealer that is even the same like tone of my foundation, or maybe just one step lower, because I find that it just doesn't emphasize texture as much. Also, take it down to the sides of my nose just to like smooth out my pores a little bit, and I find it's really, really good at that. It lasts really well all day, and it's £4. Also, sorry, I'm spending way too much time on the concealer, and I said I wouldn't, but a lot of people did make a comment as well saying, well, £4 it is a great price. However, when you look at the you know, amount of product you actually get compared to the Shape Tape, which is £20, I think it worked out that you, oh, I don't know, actually, I can't remember, like literally I can't remember, but you get far less product in here apparently, but it still does work out much better value, and it's £4. So I feel much more at one with myself handing over, you know, £4 as opposed to £20 for a product that is exactly the same. You know what I mean? But it was a very good point that people raised, and it was very well made. Like, I don't want to be disrespecting your point because it was a great point, but yeah, I'd rather spend £4. I mean, really, in the long run. Okay, so next we have my favourite cream contour stick. This is called the Ultra Contour Stick. All the text is just rubbed off because I've used it so much. This is actually in the shade Light, but my favourite one is in the shade Fair, because Light definitely is just a little bit more kind of warmer, if you can see. Let me just get my other one. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Oh, you know that Gucci Gang song, but by the way. So I thought, like, there's a line in it, and I thought what he was rapping and saying was, I can't buy mineral water. That's what I thought he said, but actually he's saying something about he can't buy a bitch a wedding dress. And I was like, I thought he was literally telling us that he just has a problem with spending money on mineral water and he'd rather drink tap water. But no, he just doesn't want to buy a bitch a wedding dress. By the way, Little Pump, absolute tit. He's a tit. He really is a tit. Like, literally, such a tit. Such a tit. Apologies if you're a fan of Little Pump, then I apologise, but he's a tit. He's a fucking tit. Okay, so this is my Ultra Contour Stick in the shade Fair, and as you can see, it's just a much cooler toned kind of brown. So yeah, this is just a really good cream contour product, really easy to use. You just kind of draw it on, easy to blend out, and I just fucking love it. I don't really use the other end, the like concealer end, because I just want to contour. I want to look like I've got little shadows under my cheeks so that it looks like I've got cheekbones, which I don't. I love this lipstick. This is the Life on the Dance Floor VIP exclusive. It's called Exclusive. It comes in the most beautiful little bullet. It just looks so like fancy. This is actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. I think this is just the perfect like everyday kind of classic nude kind of shade. It complements any kind of look. The formula though of this is what I am really, really impressed with. It just glides onto your lips. It feels so comfortable. It feels kind of like moisturising, similar to like a lip balm. It lasts really well, and it does have a bit of a sheen to it. Okay, and just to finish off, I'm going to tell you about 3 of my favourite eyeshadow palettes from Makeup Revolution. Actually, only one is from Makeup Revolution and the other 2 are IHeartMakeup. So the first one is this sexy little bitch right here. So this is the Reloaded Iconic Division. It's a massive dupe for ABH Subculture, which by the way I've not tried, but just from pictures, you know, I can see with my eyes and compare and say that looks like Subculture. I mean, really. So I have done a first impression of this. I will link it downstairs if you want to watch it. So impressed with the formula, the blendability, the pigmentation, all of the things that, you know, we have to look out for when testing out an eyeshadow palette. It just excelled at everything, basically. The colours are beautiful, grungy as hell and sexy as hell. I just think this is a wonderful palette, and it's £4. It is £4. How do they even make this for £4? I just don't know. And they're making a profit on that because they're not selling it for free. I don't understand how they managed to do it. It's just phenomenal, but it kind of puts all the other bigger brands to shame. I just think the bigger brands are salty because you've got Makeup Revolution just in the lab mixing up their products and selling them at super affordable prices and actually making really good quality products. I bet the bigger brands are just kind of over there in their corner just thinking, oh my gosh, they're showing us up here. They're selling a fantastic comparable product to ours for £4 and ours is £54 and you're just like, Anyway, so that's just what I imagine happens. I don't know where, but maybe in the Tom Ford headquarters or something like that, or Pat McGrath headquarters. But anyway, so yeah, this is a beautiful palette. Totally recommend it. The other one is called the I Heart Sin. This is a fabulous, like colourful, kind of experimental, playful palette. Again, the formula is really good, pigmentation is really good, and I really like the shades in this palette. So if you're looking for like a fun, playful palette, this is definitely a great one to go for. And I love the big purple heart on the packaging. I think it just looks sensational. My third favourite eyeshadow palette, again by IHeartMakeup, is the Chocolate and Peaches palette. And this is a dupe for the, what is it called by Too Faced? Is it called the Peach palette, Sweet Peach palette? Anyway, I don't actually think that the shades look all that similar to the actual Too Faced palette, which again, I don't have because I don't have the money to buy it, so I don't have it. I think that in its own right, these are beautiful shades. I'm wearing this today. I mean, really, this is what I'm wearing up on my eyes today. I just think it's a really pretty palette. I'm loving the different kind of mixes of browns that we've got going on. I love the peach. I love the pink. I love the deeper shades over here. I just love it all. I think it's a really great palette for $7.99. Bomb diggity. But what I will say, right, this is what I'm going to just say right now as one negative. I feel like the actual eyeshadows don't last that long on your eyes. Like, I don't know why. Like, I just feel like they disappear a little bit. And I definitely would say that the formula in the Iconic Division palette is significantly better, like just blending wise and pigmentation wise, and obviously this is £4, this is $7.99, and I love this palette. It's not like I'm roasting the palette or anything, but I definitely do feel like the Iconic Division is a much better formula, but then this one did come out later, so maybe they just improved it, you know. But yeah, anyway, I love this palette. I think it's great, especially if you you know, like these kind of shades, of course. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it or found it useful, and I would just like to say that I do admire Makeup Revolution because I do feel like they do make makeup inclusive, you know, for everybody. And I don't think it would be right, you know, if they just like, you know, like the fakers do when they just like literally copy a product and pretend it's genuine. I think that that would be wrong and a step too far, but that's not what Makeup Revolution do. I mean, this palette is obviously meant to be, well, it's been inspired by Too Faced, but it's still a different palette, you know. The shades are actually pretty different. For all of us poor people out here, we need something as well. Like, we need something. I'm really going to go now, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with more. Oh, by the way, will you let me know downstairs in the comments what your favourite Makeup Revolution products are so that we can all find out? Thank you. I'm a nosy fecker. I mean, really. Okay, so I'm going to go. Bye.